Hello, and I'll just check I'm live or not. I guess I should be live, and let me just confirm my here that I can hear myself and the audio quality. Once that's sure, I guess we can go. Hello, and I'll just check I'm live or not. I guess I should be live,
Yep.
and
So, uh,
let me just confirm
basically,
my
uh,
here that I can hear myself and the audio quality. Once that's sure, I guess we can go. Hello, and I'll just check I'm live or not. I guess I should be live. Awesome. So today, what we are doing Python render challenge. As you all guys know, we do a lot of Python render challenges here, and which is only one, and that was the last stream. And in this stream, I lost all the progress because that was in my another system, and this is the another system. So yeah. So basically, what we are going to do is we are going to do another Python render challenge, and this time we know a little bit more of, you can say, Python API from Blender, and we shall do one this stream, and let's figure it out. So Blender Python API. So first thing which we do is import BPY, and before we start, I guess we should go on Pinterest and we should collect some references. So we'll go on Pinterest. It's the best site where you get a lot of references. Oh my god, I have to log in. I hope it is logged in, like I have made an account on this. I just hope. Nope, I haven't. But yeah, it still gives me some reference. So basically today we will be making abstract art. So abstract art, which is like simple and like let's search for 3D. Because abstract art are like simply easy to control, easy to make. I guess this one is much more easier, and this one just with the look which we want to achieve. This is gonna utilize some of the use of curves, uh, modifiers, and then rotation, location, materials, and yeah, it's going to be fun. So let's do that, and we will just take this reference image. We're just gonna save it. Okay, it's a image, so we cannot use it. So no worries. We search for something similar. So the best way to go about this is that Pinterest already has that done for you. This is a cloud one. I don't think I am that confident that mm, that I can make that scene with Python right now. This scene is cool, but this is like pretty basic. So I want to make the placement stuff to be pretty basic, but I want the features to be there a lot. This was a perfect scene, but I guess we cannot use it. Uh, Maybe we can use it. So let's just copy this, boom, and we are ref. We just paste it, boom. Here we are. So basically, there's our reference. So basically, what we need to do is there are going to be multiple functions which we are going to use in order to run and which we will run in order to make this whole stuff. So how we are going to do out this creating. So basically, the main aim of this whole tutorial is not to learn, you can say, making a script or have a script for making render through like inside Blender, like making changes and like having a, you can say, a script which can be manipulated in such a way that it can change shapes. It's not what the aim of this challenge is right now. What the aim of this challenge is basically is to create and learn the Blender Python API, which we can use to control uh, to make stuff. And now you might be saying that why am I not using geometry nodes here? Is the reason is simple and reason is straightforward. That geometry nodes is really cool. It's really fast. It's really like super exciting stuff. but that cannot like be scalable in terms of, you can say, art perspective, like in terms of tech perspective, because like the geometry nodes have a constraint that you should have the blender running, and then only you can generate the 3D models. If you want the 3D model to be generated outside of the blender, then you might wanna like have the geometry nodes to be used less. And also, like, since these are like really, you can say, in-house thing, so these are really new, so these come and these break, this takes a lot of stuff. And yeah, let's see how it goes. In the upcoming streams we might use geometry nodes too, so that's something to take care of. So ppy.data dot so basically ppy.data is basically a, you can say, a module from Blender which gives you all of these informations. So these are all the informations which are there in a particular scene. These are the type of objects which are there in the scene. And but we don't want to go there. We just want to go to context, and these are all the contexts which you can switch to in order to like make a particular selection. And basically, I'll just show you the edit objects one. Object objects. So basically, what it returns is nothing. And edit object, what it does is, I, I don't have any idea, but like we can go to the Blender Python API documentation and learn about it. So first thing first, which we need to do is we need a cylinder to be imported in the scene, and in order to import that, uh, also the main reason of like not utilizing the geometry nodes and using, you can say, Blender Python API to make this all stuff is that you can use code to run all of this. Apart from that, like if you just use geometry nodes, then it's gonna fall flat in some places when you need to add some new objects into the scene, because you cannot control that with Python. So let me show you what do I mean by that. So if I just go and if I show you a Python console, or like, so it's just a info tab. So we will just go, we will have a info tab here so that we can see what all actions are happening. So it creates a new geometry node, and like you can see all of the parameters. If I just go shift press and then add in a domain size, so you can see it's really hard to, you can say, match all the stuff with Python. Like you cannot do this all stuff with like Python. You cannot control all of these properties exactly the way you want to do. So that's a challenge there. That's a challenge there. But if you can figure it out, then geometry nodes are the best. Awesome. So yeah, now first thing first, we need a cylinder. How do we get that? How do we get a cylinder? So we'll see how do we get a cylinder. So baby, we are ops.mesh.primitive cylinder underscore add. So we are going to do the same, but the only thing is we are going to write it down so that we do the practice. Baby dot ops dot object object add, oh sorry, assign properties default dot add, and add what radius is equal to this add let's see, mesh dot, okay, bpi dot object ops dot mesh dot primitive underscore cylinder underscore add, primitive underscore cylinder underscore add, and then I guess if we just close this, it should run. Okay, it's not running because last is there, and then there will be an error. So yeah, if you just run this, it adds a cylinder. That's good. This is what we wanted. And okay, so yep, I am live. So yeah, thank you. What software is this? Why are you sharing this? Yeah. So now we need to move this up, and for that, what we will use is ppy dot ops dot moving up is like something. I guess it's the part of ops only. It's ops dot transform dot translate. Okay, so we will use that. So you can see the function runs, and we just need to add a value to it, or what we can do, like in order to run in order to like place it, so we can get the location data of it, and then we can like plus one into that. And that way we can also, you can say, move it up. So we are going to use that, and people objects dot uh, location, I guess, oh sorry, position, I guess. So objects of cylinder dot position, position, position. It's not audible. You guys can't hear me, I guess. It should be audible. Uh, let's see if it is audible. Position. Yeah, it's audible. So yeah, it's audible. Hey guys. Spinner. So yeah, people objects and dot. Why it's not coming like this? There should be a data of position also. So basically what we are doing is we are controlling the whole Blender object, you can say, information through Blender like data, and we are just changing and assigning it new values, and for that we use ops. So yeah, that's something which we can consider while we are looking out for stuff. Now let's do one more thing. Let's go to Blender, how to get location of. Okay, so there was some thread which I read. So object.location, object.rotation underscore euler, set all origin of the center, and blah blah blah. This is what I was looking for, and this is what it is called. So So yeah, I'm just struggling between like seeing all the chat and uh, just a second. I will just like do this. So yeah, I'm back. So yeah, it's just dot location. So we were on the right track. Location. No, still absolutely. So it's going to. So you can see 0, 1, 2. Then this is for the axis. So x, y, and z. So we need to move it along the z. So boom, we have it, and that's 0, 0, 0. So we need to equal it to uh, some integer, and I guess it's above ground and it's above like 1.1. So I'll just switch it. You can see, and it's already moving. I'll just switch to front view. Yeah, I guess we should switch to front view and like for this, what we need to do is the next stuff which we need to do is we have to scale it along and like we have to shrink it. But that would not give us the result which we want. It would give us still a, you can say, a cylinder which is extruded. We want the top part to be a sphere and the bottom part to be also a sphere. How do you um make it in such a way is like that's challenging. And so the way we do it is basically um, what we are going to do is, but before that, in order to access like the properties of each and every object, um, ppy.data.objects cylinder, because that's only there in the scene. And let's just delete this. And the way and the reason we can delete it and the way we can delete it is on Google. Awesome. So this stream might not be the most exciting stream which I have done like in the past, because I haven't been using something which I wanted to. That is the, you can say, some of the procedural generation thing stuff which I wanted. But I guess we will be doing that soon. So set true, and then it's just set true, and then it just go and then mm, delete the like I have a delete operator on it. Makes sense, makes total sense. But object to delete, and then this is also cool. Objects dot data dot remove and do unlink. So that's also there. So I guess we can use this method. So let's use this method. Um, so delete this equal to um, this is a variable definition. So bpy dot data dot object objects, boom, this is there, this is already stored. Now we would have to remove it. So bpy dot data dot object from object to delete. Boom, it's gone. It's deleted. So dot remove is the new guy. Now we need to add a sphere. So similar to the earlier one, what we will do is bpy dot. Okay, wait. So if we have to run these commands like regularly and after a while, we can create a functions for them and like we can just call them and in order to make them. And this will also grow our library of like making the stuff. So let's do that. Bpy dot data dot objects. Oh, sorry. Bpy dot ops dot mesh dot primitive mesh dot add. I was it. I guess I'll just confirm that. Uh, so basically, what we need to do here is bpr around this dot transfer. Yeah. So primitive mesh and bpy. So you can see how we are doing it. So bpy dot ops dot mesh dot primitive cylinder underscore add. Boom. So this is a function. So we define a function for it. Add objects. Add objects. And then this is the way we define functions in Python. So yeah. Fuck. There is an error. Function in Python. Let's just see the syntax. I struggle with syntax sometimes. So yeah, def function name. Let's go. Hey, it's good. Hey, it's perfect. I guess why it's not doing it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just not in the mood. So let's just see what happened here. Binary fail and there is basically an error in line number 2. Let's just run it again. Next time it would be objects and I guess I haven't defined the function, so let's see now. Yeah, it works. And basically if I call the function now add object, and if it is, so it adds the cylinder, but we don't need that. We need a lot of objects to be imported into the scene, and for that what we will do is basically what we will do for that is it's 9:22 and I guess I will be here around 10 and then I would be leaving. I guess till then we can add all the objects in the scene and then let's see how it goes. So because like the boolean modifier and all that stuff we can do it later. uh, awesome. So it adds the primitive scene. Let's just check with like how we can add more objects. So then we have mesh dot primitive, and then we have primitive underscore. These are the objects. So what we'll do, we'll just copy these list and I'll just paste it, or I will just comment this down here. Uh, 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 primitive circular. Okay, yeah. So this is also the part. So we need to change this in order to like delete it, in order to edit like what kind of objects which you want. So we will have one, you can say, variable here, and argument here, and which is going to be called object to be added, and then we are gonna replace this text with it, and so basically it's a basic, you can say, a string. So nothing is going to be, I guess, a problem here. There is some error. Circle is not defined. Okay, yeah. So circle is not defined. What it means by that is that it's not a string, so it should be a string. Now it doesn't go well as well. Twenty in module, and so in order to add like another object, I guess what we have to do is we have to write this command like this only. But how will we add this command? I'm still not sure. So it's going to give us a, you can say, a string. If you just change the string of it, like if I just convert this into a string, and then so yes, then how can we run it? Okay, let's give this also a variable, bpy, sorry. Exact, my code. Boom, and now it adds a circle. So only thing is like we have to go here, and let's say whatever object we want to add, we can have that like cone. So it adds a cone, and like that we can say have multiple functions running here, and hmm, we can do that. We can do that. It's the highest watch time I ever received. So thank you guys for watching the video. And yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching the stream. So this is add objects, add objects. So yeah, this is the way you add objects in Python inside Blender, and that is basically ppr.mesh.primitive, and these are all the primitive objects. So commands to have multiple objects. So I'll just convert this into a multi-line string. So how can I do that? I'm just so throw some other. But yeah, let's see. Whatever object you want to add, we can add it from here now. So grid, we want grid. We can add a grid. Um, yeah. So we have created essentially uh, a add-on or a script which adds object to the Blender scene, and it can be used to have other uh, like any many objects as you want. So yeah, you can have multiple objects now in a scene by using the script, and this has saved us a lot of time. Now let's create a script also, one which is going to be useful for like placing the objects, and then we will like just go and place the objects. So um, let's create banana script. Placing placing underscore objects. So the way we place the objects is by using, oh, and one more thing which I forgot to do is delete the object. So it should go and it should delete the object which we want him to delete that. And before that, we want the toggle of the, you can say, the name of the particular thing to be also visible, since we are utilizing the code side of things, not the uh, this kind of things. So yeah, for that I guess we have to do one more thing, and that is just go inside it and make two more scripts. Then we can like just go and basically have all the objects in place whichever we wanted. In the next stream we will like see how we can manipulate those objects by using Python, and that's where the main advantage of Python comes in. So basically in bmesh versus geometry nodes, let's see if there is any discussion about this, because there should be a discussion about this. And can you modify geometry by using geometry nodes like this? So okay, wait a minute, this is cool, but this doesn't solve my purpose, at least because I want the control of each and every, you can say, vertex. So it should go, it should select that vertex and it should move that according to the image. So yeah, let's do that. Also, one more thing, I will just take a quick break, and I will be back in a while. But bmesh is something which we need to look around uh, in order to make, you can say, like
stuff happen. And yeah, just a second. Opening 3. All right. So yeah, I was just saying you. So the geometry nodes for architecture, we're just seeing stuff like just to see like how people used to do stuff in the old times. And yeah, like how. So geometry nodes, I guess what my perception for geometry nodes is, like whenever you have a parameter controlling something of uh, for a given model, you can use geometry nodes. What do I mean by that is, and by using Python module, what you can achieve is basically you can achieve more control over it. And like you can control more of the object. And so I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah. Bye bye. नमस्ते सर, हैक करके बताओ जादू कौन सा प्लेनेट से आया बेस्ट सर. um, why we code when we give, yeah, the reason we are doing uh, with code is basically to learn how the Blender API works. Just that. Apart from that, no reason we should not do it. And also, just to clarify that Python modules can be used in order to add more objects based on inputs from anyone. Like you cannot go and ask someone to to add objects and then place them, because that's going to be a UI thing. Whereas if you just ask them, okay, just give me a voice command, I will use that and add the scene. So that's what something Python can do with some more inputs. So yeah, one day we might be making a voice command for this, and at that day, this small little text which we wrote today would come healthy to us placing objects. So again, import bpy, and then uh, we need bpy dot data dot objects, and then we need to pass in object a object like a string, like anything, any object name, and then we have to go for the location. And then we just need to ask him like where you want to place it, like along z, along y, along x, where you want to place it. So yeah, that's where like you can just place the objects and let the software do its thing. So yeah, let's write a script for that also, which can be used to place objects. So f f Sorry if I'm like stuck somewhere sometime. So yeah, it's just sometime I get stuck. So never mind. If uh, and here we need to convert this into a string, and here till here, and then we are gonna call it something, or like we just directly execute it. So exec execute like this statement, like remove the string out of it, remove the string out of it. So yeah, and in order to add the object name, we can select it from here, and like we can just give him any name. So we are gonna go add the object name. Boom, it works. So only thing is now is we have to go and place objects, and then object to be moved, and yeah, so we need to pass in a string of the object. So but before that we need to add an object. So let's just add in a sphere. Yeah, let's just go add in a sphere. So what is sphere called here, and that's called uv underscore sphere. um, uv sphere underscore add, and if we run it, there is a problem, there is an issue. So why is there an issue? um, oh, okay, now it should work. Yeah, so sphere has been added, and I guess I need to scale it down. So transforming script, I guess we have to work on a transform script. So yeah. So place object, so it cannot like just, it just gets the value right now, and then we have to assign this value something like of a value. So first thing which we need to enter is the name of the object, and then we need to enter the, I guess it should select the context one, and then we can like just enter the values. So I guess that would be much more faster as compared to like uh, going in and adding the value of like, okay, move this object. So rather than telling that, I guess selection there is much more easier. So yeah, but because of short of time, I guess I have to leave the stream right now. And yeah, so I will see you guys in the next stream. And yeah, thank you for watching the stream. Um, bye, adios.